Alright, so good morning everyone. Apologies for the delay. Let me fix the sound here. Yeah, apologies for the delay. Welcome back to Dank Scott Traders Hub. Please, today is a Friday and it is our last day of the week. I hope you're having a blast this whole week. I hope you guys were around and you were able to make some money. Those who are trading, those who are learning something, you're able to learn one or two things. And of course, if you still want to join the class, I believe you've missed so far the whole week. We had our last session of the week yesterday. That means if you are to join and you still want to join Jan, you will have to use the recorded classes. But you can as well go ahead and plan to be part of that February mentorship class. All right, so without any further ado right now, we know that you guys know the drill. Let's pray and get started with today's analysis. Father, we say thank you for the beautiful morning. Thank you for the great day that you've unfolded before us, Lord. We are saying thank you for yesterday's analysis, the setups that you gave unto us, the trade signals that you provided, and the profits that we made, Lord. We are saying thank you, oh God, and we are saying even thank you for today's profits, because we know that you've already provided them. We are just going to go into the markets to confirm and make the entries. We are saying thank you for the entry and exit levels that you've already provided, and we are giving all the glory and honor to you. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. All right, so guys, you already know that we always start with crush 500, so let's begin with crush 500. All right, good morning Julius, good morning Lucy, welcome guys, welcome. All right, crash 500, let's look at it. So this one we made a loss yesterday. Yeah, I made a loss here. We made an entry after giving us this kind of pullback. We made an entry. Actually here we made an entry here, then it pulled back, we went into losses, then came back, and then that's where it changed everything. Started to consolidate a lot and then dropped back. Now those who remember, we were waiting for it to reach that level, but then I was looking for an early entry because it was sort of giving us, it had given me the equal lows there, and remember it was reacting on the same level right there. That's why we were looking for buys right there, but it failed to give it to us. It actually took our money later. Then it dropped, found our stop loss. Our stop loss was just below this low right here, so it took us out and then gave us a new lower low, a lower high, and now it is looking for a new lower low right here. But it has not given us a break of structure yet. Is that a break of structure? According to H1 it is, but according to H4 it is not. So let's first go to M15 and delete everything that we have here. Our anticipation that we had yesterday. The anticipation, I think I was too early to make the entry, because according to analysis I wanted price to break that level, but I was too early to make that, so I went against my own analysis. And I paid heavily. I paid for my mistakes. All right, so now it's the market normally disciplines you itself. when you make something and you don't follow it, it can hammer you. So yesterday it hammered me because of my mistake there. So this pullback, we've seen that it's the one has been happening, so we can delete that. So according to H4, this is according to daily time frame, that is a fair value gap, and that is a 50% of that fair value gap. But remember, we had two levels. We had this OB and that fair value gap. Price can easily come to this fair OB and give us the buy entries that we need. But according to H4, it is being no, that sell momentum is still there. So I can't take out this move according to crash 500. I can't take it out. Price can easily come back, can easily continue the downtrend to come to this OB, because that is a valid OB for price to give us another buy entry from here. So right now, remember, I want to remind you that this is where we saw price break structure from. This OB here, this OB there, that's where we have this break of structure right there on that OB. If you can see it clearly, that is the last OB before price broke structure right there, and that's why it is very important for us to wait for price to react to it. So that's why I'm patiently waiting. It is likely to drop to this OB and then give us buy entries. All right, so that's it. No business with crash whatsoever. No business, neither, not even selling, not even buying. You cannot do anything with it. You'll be risking. You rather leave it to come to that OB. Boom 1000. Boom 1000. All right, followed the analysis perfectly, but by the time it did all this, I had moved out of the market. In fact, I was waiting for it right here, but then when I missed this entry right here, it came back, tested it again. So this would have been the perfect entry yesterday, of which that was late night. This was late night. This was late night. This was around what, 10, 11, midnight. Yeah, at midnight, around midnight there. That's when this entry came around. Then today morning, it gave another entry right here, right there. Yesterday's analysis, of course, we were looking for that kind of a move. That was yesterday, and I told you if it breaks this support, we'll go for the sell, but it did not. So here we saw the buys come through. So apparently we are looking for buys. Remember, this buy move is a pullback to that level, grab liquidity, then drop. So that's what we are seeing, and currently the current H4 is a strong buy candle. Is a strong buy candle. How will we enter this if we missed that entry? Let's see if we'll be able to get some entry here. This is a break of structure. Since it is a break of structure, price may go as far as this 61.8. So my anticipation is price to come to that level and then give us an entry for the buy. So having seen that, take out that and have these. That's what I'll be anticipating. So I can now remove this, remove this, remove that, unnecessary, and yeah. So right now, all I'm going to wait for is this pullback. This pullback can even come all the way to this OB right here. This is H1. I don't normally use H1, and this will be too far away. This will be too far away for price to come back to, but We are not market makers, we are just market followers, so whatever price does, we follow. So but the entry I'm looking for is the one here at 61.8 of fib retracement level right there. So that's it, no business here for now. Can we sell it? I think we can. Let's look at that. Yeah, we're going to sell it. We are going to sell it according to M5 I mean. It has given us that change of character right there, so we know that it's gonna come again to such a level and then drop. It's gonna come again to such a level and then drop, and then give us that drop. So we will wait for that. If you want to sell it, then that is a better way to sell it, to come all the way down here. But sell it knowing that your stop loss has to be very, very tight, and of course you have to sell it knowing that you're going against the trend, meaning the current trend is an uptrend according to M15. So if you're going to sell it knowing that you're using a proper lot size, because you'll be going against the trend. Alright, so that's it on Boom 1000. Let's now head over to Boom 500. Alright, so Boom 500. What is this? Yesterday. Alright, so yesterday I was already in the sale. I added some other entry. Let me see. Yeah, that was the move. That was the move there. Then this was the move yesterday, but then it came back, looked for our stop losses, took us out, and then look at what happened today morning. Look at what has happened today morning. This is just crazy. This was a pullback right here. So we waited for this pullback right there. That was the pullback we waited for after breakout. We waited for the pullback, and that was my. You can see I made an entry here. Of course we made some money. Then it pulled back, took us out, then dropped, and then came back. My first entry that I was holding, my stop loss was there, so it took me out, and then today morning it again dropped. So that's how crazy this was. But I still hold my my position of saying that it's still selling, like I told you yesterday, that it's still gonna sell according to what I showed you. So I'm going to show it to you again that we are still selling. So these have already hit the target, so no need of them. Let's go to H1. What was bringing issues was what brought a lot of issues was these lows here. Those lows, they brought a lot of issues. That's why we got that pullback to get enough momentum to break it, and now we are getting another problem around this level. Is it going to break it like that? I don't know, we'll see. We are getting that other hindrance, that support also. So that's what is holding price. It's likely to pull back again and then drop later. we see that it pulled back almost the half of yesterday and then dropped early morning. So according to, let me remind you a bit, those who may not have been available yesterday, let me remind you a bit why we are still looking for sales is because of the head and shoulders kind of strategy. We have the left shoulder, we have the right shoulder, we have our head there, and this drop, this here is our target. That's why we are still looking for that sell. So apparently, according to daily, if you had entered on the daily time frame, like how we had made the early entry right there, those who remember, we made our first entry around that level. That was our first entry right there. If we had held right now, we should be in big profits right there, but I held it for some good days to reach around there, and then I moved out. Yeah, so for now it's been playing games. I've been looking for intraday trades, not looking for a swing one, but it decided, actually I had entered a swing one and I was holding it yesterday, but it came again and took me out yesterday around there. That's where I had put my stop loss in profits and took me out, and now I don't have any swing move, but I'm going to enter again a swing move, and this time today when I enter, I will have my stop loss above this level. That's where I will have my stop loss. So if it makes a pullback, which I think it's likely to do in a few minutes, it's gonna buy. So if it makes a pullback, I'm gonna be looking for a sell move. Let's see, according to M15, price would be coming to this OB right here as a test, as a pullback retest right there. So so right now I'm gonna be waiting for that. Then I sell. I'm gonna be waiting for that, then I enter sells to probably break this support that we have here. So that's what I'm gonna be anticipating on M15. If I go to M5, I clearly see that price is looking at breaking this support, but it's likely not to break it. It's likely to give me a spike. Remember, the new H1, H4 is, this H4 candle is going to close. This H4 candle is going to close in the next 2 minutes. So the next 5 minutes we are likely to see a spike. In the next 5 minutes we are likely to see a spike, or we continue and break this and get a break of structure and a breakout on this support. Let's wait and see what will come through, but I believe we might see a spike or not. According to this H4 candle, this has been a strong sell candle. We may not. Let's wait and see. Yeah. All right, so that is on Boom 500. Let's now head over to V25S. Now, I was not focusing on V25S, but I analyzed it. So let's see, yesterday we had said if price breaks that level, then we have buys, but we had another analysis that if we get a pullback there, then we can enter sales if it fails to break that and have your stop loss above there. So it did not give us a pullback, it kept on selling and reached this OB right there. That's where it moved back into buys. So this, we can delete these. I don't need it for now, we'll come back to it later. This was a breaker block according to H4. No, according to H1, that's where we had seen our change of character. So price reacted to the change of character and then started to go back into buys, giving us a break of structure right here. This is a break of structure right there. That is a break of structure, and then higher high, higher low, failed to give us a new high. Now it's dropping in, it's giving us some kind of a structure, and I want to see that structure today. Let's see that structure that we are getting there. Which pattern is this? Okay, so that is a falling wedge. That's a falling wedge, so we know that we are coming in with buys after the breakout without any. We are coming with buys to continue. Remember, up here we have a resistance. Remember that. So having that resistance in mind, you know that it's gonna go there, and probably it may get enough momentum to break it or not. Since it has already reacted to it, let's now look at the upper trend, the other trend. I mean the other time frame. According to H4, we need buys. Yeah, we need buys on H4. Same thing on daily. Yes. Why? Because of that retracement level of CCI shows us we need buys first, then later sells. All right, so we need buys, that's for sure. But we have an issue to first wait for. We have to first wait for this falling wedge to be ready. So for us to know that we are ready for the buys, we have to wait for M15 to be ready to buy. I see an order block here. I see that as my last order block on M15. So price may play games all the way to this OB before it can give us the entry of buys. So right now I'm not going to be doing anything. I'm just going to hold. I'm just going to hold and wait. I'm just going to hold and wait for when the buys come through, or I can as well wait for the breakout, which is okay, which is perfectly okay to wait for the breakout and then make the entry. So that's it. That's it. It has actually hit the 61.8. So meaning we can as well, it can as well not come to this OB, since it has reacted to that 61 OB after the breakout, after this break of structure. So if I have a buy entry on M15, I should as well enter. I don't have. Do I have it on M5? M5 has. Now wait, let's wait. The best decision here to do is to wait. Just wait on M15. Just wait on M15. This kind of momentum, as you can see on those candles, is not good for you, any entries. You clearly seeing the doji candles, the wicks. This is no momentum for you to enter any trade, so you rather will leave it, wait for it. It is fine for you to wait for the breakout here, the breakout, and then the retest, and then you make your entry. Breakout, pull back, and then you get in with your entry. Then you get in with your entry. It's better that way than making and being insecure around here, and you're not comfortable, you're watching it all the time. So you rather wait for the breakout, and then so that's it on V25 1S. Let's head over to V75. Now V75, this is the signal buy that I told you about, that we are likely to swing it. Good morning, Patrick, how are you? This is a signal I told you about before we closed the session. I told you once it gives me what I need, I'm gonna enter it and it's gonna be a swing one. And yeah, I gave the signal later to my VIP guys for the entry right when it broke this level. When it broke this level, this is on M15, I believe. Yeah, I'd seen that. So when it broke out, of course it hit the first TP. I knew that that was a resistance there. That was our first TP there. But for intraday, that would be the first TP for intraday. But it came down again. Of course my stop loss is all the way down below here, so I was not affected. I'm still holding it. Remember, we analyzed this yesterday and I showed you why I believe it's likely to be a swing. So let me first take this out, take that out. This resistance is still holding but seems to have gotten a momentum to break through. So let's wait and see. If price breaks through that, then we'll have another entry at retest. So this is the reason why we are anticipating it to be a swing. This here is a flag, sort of, you know, according to daily time frame, you know. So we've been looking for buys. It came here to grab liquidity right here according to H4. You see, this is on according to daily, that is a fair value gap actually right there to the left. Grab the liquidity. Now it has been giving us that kind of one may say it's a channel according to this break of structure, but I call it a flag. And now we need buys to break and even reach this trend line first, then break and continue. So that's why I'm holding it as a swing trade move. It had given us this buy. Remember, we missed to enter the buy. It took us out sometime back here when we were looking for this perfect entry for the buy, but it had low momentum, weird momentum, so it came and took us out. We had our early entries right here. Remember, I normally use tight stop losses. I don't normally put big stop losses, so it took us out there. I couldn't put my stop loss all the way below here. Yeah, took us out, and then I did not enter again until it was pulling back, where we entered a sell pullback, a pullback sell. Now we are ready for this perfect swing. So far, one candle of buy on H4 has closed. Now this is a new H4 candle that has started, and it has started strongly. Hopefully it's gonna break out. And once it breaks out, I'll be looking for my other entry after the breakout to get in with a second entry. Something like that. Then I make my entry right there. Something like that. Why that? If you look to the left, you'll see that there's a confluence area around that level. So I need it to hold price to break it, then retest, and then I enter. But only and only if price breaks out. So right now it has not yet broken out. So it means we are still consolidating within this horizontal channel. This is a horizontal channel right here. It's a horizontal channel. All right, so that's it for now. No business with this asset for now. If you did not enter yesterday and you're not holding it, then you only wait for the breakout. You wait for the breakout and wait for some move like that to take you all the way up there. That's it on V75. Jump 50. Alright, so jump 50 did exactly what we needed. Really? No. pullback there, never happened. Then it broke here. I had told you when it breaks we enter, but the retest went all the way back inside and started to play games and then broke out later. So I did not trade this at all because it was not a clear setup. So without a clear setup you have no entries. So all this now can go. All this now can go. I want to make a new. This is M15. I want to make a new analysis right now. So that was M15. Let's go to H4. All right. So I see price failed to give us a new lower low. Okay. And it is above our 10 MA, and the previous H4 closed without even a wick. That shows you how the momentum of buy has increased according on this very asset. All right, so what does that tell us? Let's first go to daily. We are looking for buys, but there's this OB that we wanted price to first mitigate. Are we going to see it mitigated? I think we may, but today seems to be a buy day. Something that I'm not seeing. Something weird about this. All right, let's do price action. Let's do price action right here. Let's do it on H4. So this is some liquidity that was left back there. Grabbed it shortly, did not get to 50% of it. So it's still lingering around right there. That is 50% right in there for this liquidity, fair value gap liquidity right there. This is on a daily time frame. We wanted price to grab it before it continues. It did not. It rather gave us this structure, broke. It hasn't hit the target yet. The target has to be this level. But now we are seeing price. When it was dropping, it gave us that as a break of structure right there. According to daily time frame, these candlesticks broke that. But now according to H4, right now we don't have a break of structure because the current move failed to give us a new lower low right there. So our break of structure was on a daily time frame right here, and then lower high, lower low failed to give us a lower low. It just gave us a low. Then now we clearly see that the buys are taking shape. All right, so price is above our 10 MA on H4. We've seen that. We know that H4 is looking for buys in as much as CCI is showing some sells. Now if we go to M15, M15 is also showing buys, but there is a catch. We have something like that right there. I'm going to use that bullish OB, which is now a support level. Price is likely not to break that level. It's likely going to go there and then drop and get enough momentum to break this H4, support. So according to M15, buys are continuing. If buys decide to break this, then we will be looking for buys, but then the buys will be looking for, I doubt they will still break that level. So that is my last input on jump 50. There's no way it's gonna break all these two and continue buying. No way. So whatever we are doing, know that the sell is what you need, not the buy. If you want to buy, then you have to scalp it. If you're going to scalp it, you have issues to play with. You'll be high risking. That is a high risk kind of move that you'll be dealing with. So I'd rather wait for a perfect entry, probably around this level for the sell. All right, so that's it. No business with jump 50. Let's work with J25. How many minutes remaining? Today I started late, so apologies guys. So J25, we made our entry yesterday. Those who were in the analysis, you remember we entered our buys here, and these are our buys after the clear analysis we had made on M5. It hit our, we were looking for a 1 to 2, so it went through to our 1 to 1, but then it dropped, and I found my stop loss in profits right there, so it took me out in profits. I did not make much. I was waiting for it to continue, so that's how it played out. So now we look, I did not enter it again at all. So now let's look at today. Okay, so we had a breakout, but then this breakout is not actually to what I want, to what we needed. This breakout, our support was there, but then we clearly see that it came to that OB. It came to that OB. That's where it reacted from. So this and this never came through, so we don't need that. So price reacted to this as our support area. All right, so that's where we started to see buys. So according to H4, we are buying heavily, and even our TP was hit, the one we wanted yesterday, and now it has even broken that level, so now no need for that. So it's coming there to our resistance level. According to daily time frame, we wanted to sell from there. And we are going to sell from there. Yeah, not only we wanted to, but we are going to sell from there. All right, so go back to H4. Let's now work out H4. What are we seeing? Normally I love doing this. I love using trend lines, so let me play with trend lines. What I'm exactly seeing. So I have my support trend line down below. I need this low, gave me that high, so I need this move to complete, then I can get the other trend line. I'm not going to use that above there. Maybe if I'm to use this right here, this high gave me this low, so if I'm to use that, then that will be there. So for now, no business. I'm not going to play, I'm not going to trade this. I cannot buy it. I have to be patient for the buy, if I'm to buy, to continue with that move, because I'm already seeing higher highs and higher lows. This buy started from here yesterday when it gave us that change of character. This is where the buy started from yesterday, change of character, then dropped all the way to that OB, clearly all the way to the OB there, and then perfect entry came through late night. That perfect entry came through late night right there. That was around what time? No, actually it is early morning. That is 11, 12, 1, around 1 a.m. in the morning. That's when the buy started. perfectly. So right now this was a higher high, okay, the break of structure there, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now it is giving us a high there, as you can see. So no business right here. It has already moved. You cannot do anything. No business, unless if it gives you another pullback, probably according to H4, to look for some liquidity it would have left behind. But for now, no liquidity even left behind, on no fair value gap at all. This order block is not that big for us to use, so no business here. You can wait for sales above, up there. J10. Alright, so J10, those who remember, I told you let's start from of course where we were. I told you it's gonna continue buying, but we have a resistance there. You cannot enter buys, you can wait for what happens here. If it breaks out, then you wait for a pullback and enter. If it fails, then we wait for the sales to come through. So it did not break out, rather we see we go back to this. First remove this fib. So what we see on H4, we see that we started to see rejection right there. That was a rejection, and price never gave us a break of structure there. What came through was a hammer and then a drop and then a pullback. Look at that, a pullback to mitigate that fair value gap. Was it an H4 fair value gap? I don't remember, but anyway, to come to that level, and then I'm looking at a drop after. The previous H4 closed with rejection from buyers, so I'm hesitant now to anticipate any sales because of that rejection right there. So price may continue with buys. Price may continue with buys to mitigate the OB or the stop losses of our early sellers all the way up there. You know the drill. You know the drill. Then later we drop. But do we need drops? Do we need sales? Yeah, I think we need them. Yeah, we need. Oh no, buys are still taking shape. Buys are still on. Buys are still on. Even according to weekly, we are still looking for buys. So in as much as I was anticipating sales right there, these sales may just be to grab liquidity to such an order block, then later to get back with enough momentum to break that resistance above there. So no business right here. No business. The buy is on. We are going to buy this. So let's look for buys. All right. So we clearly see that price has failed to break that level right there. Those are equal lows, meaning enough momentum for buys. If I enter here, it means I'm going to be taking advantage of this W kind of move to give me the same move to the left, to the right there. But price is not above my 10 MA yet. If I zoom out, I need to buy. If I zoom in, there's this fair value gap here, which may be important for price to first grab. So in as much as I want money and I really need an entry, I cannot overlook this. Liquidity here left back. price can easily drop and then get in with buys later. So what am I going to do here? Go to M5. Let's look at M5. What do we have? Equal lows there, and price is looking for buys on M5, of course. But then if I zoom out, it needs to first drop. Alright, so this is weird. New H4 started. Let's see. Zoom in for that H4. It is below our 10 MA. It is below our 10 MA. It is below our 10 MA. Alright, let me use my fib here. Let me use the fib. No, I'm going to be patient here. Let me just leave it. This space, this gap here is very important for price to first mitigate. Let me first be patient. If it fails, then it is okay to lose out a trade than forcing one right here. Yes, we have equal highs, but then there's this liquidity. Is it going to allow it to leave it there? That's a question to ask. That's why I'm not making my decision right now. I'm just going to hold on. Let me put my target level for this entry when it comes. I need it right here at 50% of this fair value gap at least to make my entry and put my stop loss below around here. That is how I'm gonna anticipate this move. Alright, so that's it. Remove fib. Let's leave it to run. Lastly is gold. Let's run with gold and we call it a day. Hey Judy, good morning. How are you? Alright, so gold did exactly what we needed, but I did not enter it. Why? What the manipulation it did the previous day, which was Tuesday, which was Wednesday, I felt like it would do the same right here when it did this. You can see all that was manipulation. Those wicks, came and took me out when I was looking for an early buy, so I feared, but our analysis was like that. I did not enter it, but the analysis was respected, or it was followed, whatever you want to say it. So this was the analysis. Pull back to this level. Remember that level was that OB right there. That was an OB there. So it came to that level and the buys started. Now when it broke out here, I waited for a pullback. That's why I had this level drawn. I was waiting for a pullback at least to this level. It failed to give me that pullback, and that's why I could not enter this buy at all. But it hit the target. That was our target to move out afterwards. So it hit our target, then pulled back a little, gained enough momentum to actually break that resistance level and continue to go into the buy trend. So now no business with this. I mean, if you followed this analysis and you made money on on gold, congrats. But now I need to anticipate. We wanted sales from there, but sales did not happen just the way we wanted. So let's now start all the way from the weekly. So weekly, that was a break of structure, pullback with that 1 week candle, and now this week has been a buy. It's okay. So if we go to a daily time frame, we clearly see the break of structure and then a drop to retest to give us a higher low. And now we're looking at price going all the way back, but then it is failing to break that level. So yesterday it's gained some momentum to go back into buys yesterday, and we are seeing now, according to H4, we have that OB that is acting as a resistance. Price is failing to break it apparently. All right, above there we have our week high. According to H4, we have a week high there, but that has nothing to do with what we need to look at. So let's get to H1, delete these, delete all that. Okay, so now we have a free chart. Alright, according to H4, we should be looking at this same move happening after pullback to this pullback right there. So that is according to H4. Was this pullback from 61.8? No. So it means we still have this resistance here is still going to hold price, and price is going to go again down below. So this level right here is still very valid. It left this liquidity down below here where we have these fair value gaps, one here, another one here, then there is this gap which never had even any price action at all right there. So this price has to drop, whether we want it or not. Price has to drop. Looking at the liquidity, at the momentum right here, I don't think, unless we have some weird news to give us a boost to break out there and break this resistance, I don't see how price is going to break that now. It has to first drop again. It has to first drop again, and this time it will drop all the way to this gap. Now if I am right, then M15 should be giving us sells. So let's look at M15. If the analysis on H4 was perfect, was on point, then we are likely going to see sells right now. So according to M15, yeah, the sells are on. Sales are on. We're going to be selling fast to this level. So the sales are on. Can we enter sales on M5? Not yet. It's not yet cleared for the sales. It's not yet cleared, but right here it is cleared for this move. Then it will go back up there. To go back up there, it is doing this. When I do that, then it will go up again. So right now for scalpers, the sell is on, then the buy, then the sell. So this is what is happening right now on M5. Sell, then buy, then sell. Hopefully, according to M15, this is where we'll be seeing the last sell to break this support trend line. Alright, so this is a rising wedge, so we'll be anticipating a drop like that. I think that's it for today. We are 5 minutes past our usual time. Let's now do a recap and we call it a day. Please don't forget to like, give me that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Go ahead and of course subscribe if you've never subscribed before. Share the analysis or the YouTube channel to your friends and family and holiday makers, those who you really feel they should be knowing this knowledge for their own betterment. Otherwise, let's now get into the recap. So we started with crash, and I told you crash is no go. It's still selling. Why? Because this level right here is paramount, and you can see the current H4 is actually selling. But can we enter the sell? Yeah, I think you may want to if you want. Why? Because this is a break of structure. So if you sell now, that means your stop loss is going to be either here, which is going to be big. If you are like me, I normally love to put it just above my 10 MA and then sell it, hopefully to give you a new lower low. This is a lower high, that means it's looking for a lower low, and we know that it's going to be dropping here, but I'm not going to enter it because of the stop loss being big. But this is not big, so if we sell now, a new H4 has started. 15 minutes have passed. Actually, 2 15-minute candle have passed, so we should be in clear to continue selling this. The only issue I'm seeing is H4 showing me that it is oversold. That is the only issue that I'm seeing, but M15 is not yet, so we can still sell according to M15 until M15 is ready to buy. All right, so I'm entering my sales right now, and I'm gonna put my stop loss above this lower high. Wait. I'm gonna put my stop loss above this level. That is where my stop loss is gonna be, right there. And oh, there's still a buy move. This stop loss should be there, so I don't need to. I did not close this. It's weird. Anyways, let me mitigate this. I'm gonna take my profits right on this OB right there. That's where I'm aiming at my stop loss. I don't know why I still have this move here. I don't know why. Anyways, I'll look at it after the analysis. I'll look at it. I thought I had closed it long time. All right, so we looked at Boom 1000. And clearly it has grabbed liquidity right there, just like I had told you, and now the sale is on. Price is not yet below my 10 MA on M15, so I may not enter now. I may not enter any trade. Right now. Yeah, for the sell that I needed. But if it goes below my 10 MA, then I'll be making that decision to enter sales. Yeah, I'll be making that decision. Although right here on M5, on M15, this looks to be a break of structure, that there. So until price gets below my 10 MA, I cannot engage in here because that is a break of structure right there. So no business here. no business. Pullback is happening, boom 500, like we anticipated, right there. I told you it may not just break it, and clearly you can see this is not a break of structure. So the pullback is happening on M15. Yeah, if you want, you have to wait for a perfect entry for on M15 for that kind of a pullback, or you wait for sales right there. So you make your decision accordingly. I rather wait for the sell because the general trend is a sell than entering this pullback buy move. V25. All right, so it is happening. I told you we have a rising wedge. We are going to continue with buys, but we are not yet ready to buy, so it's going to drop again according to M15. So if you can trade it according to the trend, according to the trend line, and then wait for it to drop. So if you go to M5, the sell is happening. If you enter now the sell, it's gonna be risky. That means your stop loss is gonna be around there if you enter a sell now. Why? Because we're already seeing a signal to sell on M5 according to CCI right there. It's overbought. All you can do is you can have a better entry when price breaks this on M1. When price breaks that, then for scalpers that will be your entry confirmation to make the sell. That is enough on V25s. And now we have a breakout. Perfect. So we have a breakout on V75. So remember, we are still holding it. I don't know if the VIP guys closed the entry we entered yesterday evening, but now we have the breakout. It means I'm gonna wait for the pullback and then enter more entries for the buys. That is on V75. We are still holding it. My stop loss is there. Jump 50, no way. We're still waiting for that to sell it, so no business here. I told you this is going to continue buying, and there's no way you could enter buys because you're going to be having a bigger stop loss. So you rather leave it until probably gives you another pullback all the way down below for you to make the buy entry. If you really feel like you should buy it, I rather leave it and wait for sales than trying to force a buy move within here. Jump 10, I told you it's likely to first drop down. It's likely to first drop down right here. That's what I told you, and then we come in with our buys. So I'm not ready to make any decisions right now. You may face it hard with losses, so you rather leave it for now and see if it is gonna drop for the buy move. Lastly is gold. I've told you gold is gonna drop and then buy, and then later we drop for the sell. So apparently M5 and M15, it's dropping. M15, M5 is there, it's gonna drop and then buy and then drop again. So hold on for what you're doing. You can wait for the sells. I think that's it. You've gotten what we are looking for. So the focus today, the focus is going to be on the focus is going to be on boom 1000. I believe we're likely to focus on boom 1000. Why not enter it now? All right guys, this is a decision I'm making now. A new M15 has just started, so I'm going to make this decision right now, and I'm going to sell, and I'm going to have my tight stop loss right there. This is a sell I'm going to make right now, a sell, and stop loss is going to be there, right there. Now if it comes back there, I will gladly take my losses. Why am I selling there? Because of price coming to grab liquidity of the early sellers right there. That's the reason why I'm buying there. I'm selling there, and I'm going to be taking my stop loss, my take profits, my profits. First, of course, here your first TP is here, second TP is right here, third TP is to the fib retracement level that I put here. So I'm gonna first go with this, but I'll be bring my stop loss into profits as we continue. That is if it continues to sell. Now price is below my 10 MA on M5. I'm going with that signal of CCI as another confirmation, but the most specific confirmation is to wait for price to be below your 10 MA on M15. I've not waited for that, but you can wait for it as soon as this candle closes, the next M15 candle, as it closes below the 10 MA, then you have your perfect entry. I'm doing this as an early entry according to M5 right there. That's why I've sold according to M5. Boom 500, we looked at that. Oh, am I repeating myself? I think I'm repeating myself. We've already seen all through. So let me wish you guys a good day. Please remember to trade with stop losses. Don't risk what you cannot afford to lose. Don't trade your rent money. Don't trade your capital of a certain business that you know you other guys have shares with. Use the money that you feel like you've probably saved for trading, not the money you cannot afford to lose, like school fees. Don't trade your school fees, your tuition money for trading. Please don't do that. Trading is risky, high risk, and you may not know what the market is going to do. And when you have that pressure of wanting to double the money, your mindset is even blinded. I may say that you may lose a lot. You may lose a lot when you're trying to force something to happen, to force some quick profits. So you're not thinking right, so you rather not trade. The final thing is, don't trade the money that you're not supposed to trade. Let me say that. Let me say it in that way. Otherwise, let me wish you guys a good day, happy trading, and a happy weekend. We'll have the BTC analysis at 10 minutes past 1 today. Let me wish you guys a good and lovely day. Bye-bye.